I am here with the one and only Hawkeye. We have finally managed to connect up. I sent him an invite a little while back, and I've been waiting for him to make it. So, Hawk, this is the island where I originally appeared,
So
and
you,
I've done a lot of work here. You'll have to wait for my first video to come out to
I've
see
been waiting.
what this.
I was like waiting anxiously for your next video. I've been.
Well, it's just I've had some weirdness with my sleep schedule and stuff,
Oh,
and but anyway, why don't I give you the nickel tour here, and
all
then
right.
I'll get you oriented to ensure that you can play freely without worrying that you're stepping on my toes. These are all the animals that were on the island, and I corralled them up and have done some breeding with them. But here we go. Now, you've heard of a watchtower, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is a Squatch tower.
Yeah.
All right. So the way I did it was so that, I have sand piled around the base, and, it looks like the face has been cut here. This door goes actually down into a mine so that it actually goes down into a series of tunnels, eventually reaches a ravine and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, cool.
But just so you're aware of what this bottom door is here, and there is a ladder that goes up into the tower from inside, so if you're down mining and you come up at night,
Yeah.
you can be safe. But if you come on up the stairs here,
Yeah, I'm still getting used to controls for Minecraft. Like
yeah,
inventory
yeah.
messes with me every time now. I'm so used to pressing I.
Well, so what we have here is we have a walkway that goes all the way around that is not accessible from the stairway, so that you can shoot mobs from here and stuff. You don't have to worry they're gonna get to you. The creepers can't get close enough to blow up, and the zombies can't reach you.
Cool.
Skellies can shoot from there, but if you get right here, it kind of cuts off their angle and they can't actually get to you.
Yeah.
But then in the Squatch Tower, currently I'm staying in the Squatch Tower until I get my place built, but come on in.
Nice.
All right, so there's some furnaces here and a work table. Leftmost is raw materials. Center is food. If you look at the blocks that are in the top center, those
Stripped jungle log?
yes, if you place down a log and you right click it with your axe, it strips the bark off and it's just the bare wood.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool. Middle chest here is stone of various sorts, and right handmost chest is wood and saplings.
Gotcha.
This is where the trapdoor is that goes down into the mining section.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got the ladder going up. There we go. This is currently just open because I figured you might want a place to just drop a bed and put down a chest while you decide what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And then up top here, you got to give a hop once you get to the top. This is my little sleepy room, but you're welcome to a couple of the chests, and there is wool downstairs in that leftmost chest. That's the raw supply chest, so you can grab some wood and some wool. You can make a bed real quick and put it down in the floor below this one.
Okay.
The sun will be going down here in just a few minutes, and that way you can sleep there. This goes up to the roof.
Nice.
And while you do need to watch your step, you can get up here and you can see the layout of the rest of the island.
Hold on, let me...
If you just, yeah, that one right there. There you go. All right, so that platform down there is how I've landscaped out the hill that was there. I've removed a lot of hill and added a lot of hill. That's where I'll actually be building my place. I'm going to do kind of like a two-level thing. And then to the right, straight across, you'll see that lone tree there.
Oh, yeah.
That tree is sacrosanct. Okay, do not cut that tree. That is the grandfather tree. That is the only tree among the original trees that were on the island that remains.
Wow. Okay.
All right, that is the grandfather tree, and that is there to pay homage to the original state of the island. And right in front of the grandfather tree is some interesting stuff, but the sun's about to go down, so why don't we get you a bed made and a bed down so that we can be sure that...
there.
So, come on down.
Alrighty.
And in the chest right next to the ladder, that's where you'll find some wool.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you'll need to grab a log and oak log and make yourself some planks. Right handmost chest.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. And make yourself a bed quick.
Keep hitting I.
Yep. I do the same thing. I hit I and I hit F. But yeah, the workbench is there. Go ahead. Make yourself a bed. It doesn't have to be pink like mine. I wanted mine to match the sunset.
Color coordinating your bed.
Come on up and just plop that bubba down right in the middle of the room or wherever you want to, and just go ahead, hop in. I'll go up, hop in mine, so that you can come on, play. It's up 24/7, of course. You can come on and play. You've got a sleeping spot. But now let us complete the nickel tour here. Very, very important, of course. I'm sure I don't have to tell you this, to close the gate, because it is the anti-creeper gate. They'll come right up to the top of the stairs here and stand here and stare at you. But,
bastards.
So, off in the wild blue yonder, I have found jungle biome. The place I'm going to show you, which I think is going to be awesome for you to build in, is we will take a little trip in the boat after we do this, but I want you to come and see a couple of things here. The first is the grandfather tree and this opening that's in the ground here. This goes down to caves to an abandoned mine works.
Aha.
And I have not touched it because I wanted to save it for when you join me on the server so that we could spelunk it together.
Sounds awesome. Looks like we even got us a water vader here.
yeah. I put that in as part of the water feature for something else that's up here. If you come on up, this is the grandfather tree. Like I say, this is the only tree of all the trees that originally started on the island. There was oak and birch here.
Yeah.
And all I did is I kind of fleshed out the foliage on it a little bit. There's a ladder going up and a torch in there, so if things get squirrely, you get caught out at night, you can go up there and just hang out until morning comes if you need to.
Yeah. And, you know, that never happens.
Yep. And then I've got, you know, various examples of the flowers that I've found. And over here is the fish pond.
Ah. Oh, wow. Check that out. Joe, look at this.
Yep. What? All right, so.
That's the fish pond.
What?
That's the fish pond. I'm sorry, I was showing Joe this.
Can't see anything.
Yep. The things that look kind of like green candles are called sea pickles. And as long as you place them in a water block, they give off light. So at night, all of those glow.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. So you can probably tell which one is the salmon, the long, long red one.
Yeah, I killed one in that first episode I did with a sword.
All right. Well, that's Sam. I know you thought I'd call him Sal, but actually he's Sam.
Sam.
The blue one is, the long blue one is a cod. His name is Codsworth.
Perfect.
All right. Then the one that's all the way to the left, he's white with a couple of small red stripes. His name is Tigger.
The triggerfish?
Yep. His name is Tigger the Trigger. All right.
I'll be damned.
Then the really, really dark one there, his name is Cole.
Hmm.
And behind Tigger, there's one that's got a red top and a white bottom. His name is Primo, because he was the first fish that I caught. Primo means first.
Cool.
Right? And then there's a clownfish, an orange and white clownfish. His name is Nemo, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Nemo.
Right. And the one that's kind of, he's all the way to the right. He's a rectangle. He's kind of blue and red and all of that.
Yeah.
His name is Peter, because he's the same color as Spider-Man, so he's Peter Parker.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. But so they all have names, and eventually I'll name tag them. But in here, this stuff right down here that I'm standing in, that's seagrass. You have to use shears to harvest that. The rest of this tall stuff is kelp.
Yeah.
Now, the cool thing about the kelp is when you harvest the kelp, whatever level you break it at, all the kelp from that point up breaks. You can then put it in a furnace and dry it into sheets of kelp. And then you can take those sheets of kelp, and they're edible. You can take those sheets of kelp, you can combine, you can fill up a whole crafting table with those sheets, and it turns it into a kelp block.
Jeez.
And once you put it into a kelp block, not only is it great fuel for your furnace, but, you know, of course, it's an easy way to store it for food. Now, down here, you can probably hear Camellia and Henrietta. They're a strange pair, but that's Camellia and Henrietta.
Ah, chickens.
I don't know which one is which, but basically I went and found eggs and brought them back, managed to hatch one egg, and then Henrietta laid enough eggs that I finally managed to hatch Camilla. In here, there's some dirt. There's like an extra stone sword. There's a couple of, you know, extra furnaces here and stuff. So if you need a crafting table or furnaces or chest or anything, feel free to grab the ones that are in here.
Okay.
Or of course you can move into the chicken coop if you want to. I would expect that you'd probably be more comfortable in the tower.
Yeah.
What's the sun doing? Okay, we should be good. Of course, as you can see, I've got potatoes and carrots that I actually found in a shipwreck as part of their treasure, and then I managed to find one lone pumpkin out there and bring it back and propagate it out. And of course, there's wheat here and sugar cane.
Oh, yeah.
The island came with a pink sheep. It had its own pink sheep installed, and one brown sheep, and some cows. But I don't know what your render distance is set to.
Oh, it's
but
pretty
like
far.
I'm getting a full-on 60 frames with the render distance of 32 blocks.
Well, I've got 120 frames per second. Let me see what I can.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you can, just go in and turn your
Oh yeah.
View distance all the way up.
Yep. I only had it at 15.
All right. So there's a dock here on this side, and there's a dock over on this side over here. All right. And if you look out there, you can see all kinds of kelp. There's all kinds of
Is that coral?
Coral out there. Yep, that's all coral. We are in a tropical sea here. Now you see the glow down at the bottom? Those
Yeah.
are the sea pickles.
I see. What's that
All
big
right.
fish swimming around right there? It's kind of yellow looking.
Yeah, they're one that I haven't gotten an example of yet. Basically, I'm slowly but surely Pokemoning them, you know? Gotta collect them all. But there's several colors yet that I haven't gotten. I haven't gotten one of the yellow ones, so I need to get them. And then there's like a charcoal gray one with black stripes that I haven't managed to get. But you can probably see straight out that way. There's a little sand island.
I see it.
And then to the right of that, there's another little sand island. Those are really good markers along with the dock here. This dock facing directly off the end of the dock, right towards where the sun goes down, there's an island over there. It's full of sheep, pigs, chickens, and it's kind of a plains biome. There's a couple of huge ravines, a lot of caves, and
sounds like we need some pigs, don't we?
Yep. Well, and until I can get leads, of course, that's not going to happen. But I can't remember. I think I need a slime ball to do a lead. And they've changed how jack-o'-lanterns are made. I don't know how to how to make a jack-o'-lantern. It used to be you just took a pumpkin, stick a torch under it, and it was a jack-o'-lantern. But
yeah, you got to carve it or something.
Yeah, yeah. But so that not the leftmost little sand island, but the one that's to the right of it, in between that island and the sun, that particular direction is a direction we're going to go when the sun comes up. So if you don't mind, we'll hang tight here on the island until sunset.
Okay.
And then we're going to hop in the boat together, and unless you want to make your own boat, of course. And I'm going to take you someplace that I think you will instantly decide is home.
Okay. Awesome.
Because this is Squatchcraft Island. You'll have to have Hawkeye Island yourself. Now, I went exploring in one direction but not in the other, and so I went off to the right around the landmass that's straight out towards the west, towards the sunset, and circling around I found a basic taiga, extreme hills biome. I found icebergs.
Oh, cool.
I found a huge desert. Yep, a huge desert. Yeah, that's where you find the polar bears. And I found a desert village. In fact, I believe it's 2 desert villages.
Oh, cool.
So when we're ready to deal with some villagers, we'll be able to go and deal with them. And if we sleep, first thing we'll have breakfast and then we'll boat quick. Don't know how much time you have. I was about to fall asleep in my chair, but now that you're here, I'm all excited and stuff, so I doubt that that's going to happen anytime soon.
Let me go ahead and jump in the bed here.
Yep.
And
there we go.
It's morning. But,
all right. But there's also a jungle biome, which is, of course, where I got the jungle with trees.
Yeah, I saw that big tree over there.
That one I put down 4 saplings and bone mealed it just before you got on. I've got some cocoa pods going. I'm cuckoo for cocoa pods. All right, so before we head out, in the right-handmost chest here, the treasure chest, there's some iron in there. There are 2 swords, one which is completely unused. There is a gold helmet, and above the gold helmet, there's a fishing rod, which you are more than welcome to.
Oh,
it
cool.
Has Lure of the Sea 3. It was something I found in a treasure chest. So items now float rather than sinking. And one of the things that you must be aware of for your own well-being is the bubble streams.
Bubble streams?
Yes, if you put soul sand underwater, what will happen is that it will create a stream of bubbles that rise to the surface, and anything that enters those bubbles, including you, will rise to the surface. On the other hand, naturally occurring are underwater ravines, and if the underwater ravine has magma in the bottom of it, the bubble streams go down, and your boat will start to shake, and it will suck you down.
Oh, man.
So, all right, so here we go.
The water used to be safe.
Yeah, the water is not safe anymore. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. All right, so here we go. And also, that's it right there.
It.
Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Yep. We just went over an underwater ravine, and the bubble stream started trying to pull us down. Right?
Jeez.
So this little island over here, this is where the chickens, and there's horses here. I have already called dibs on the black one with the white socks, but there's several others.
Yeah.
We're just going to circle. Yep, we're just going to circle around to the left to get close enough so you can see the extreme hills biome.
Yeah, I went ahead and zoomed out to behind us, so
yep.
I could see everything. That coral reef is awesome.
There's extreme hills around to this side. And that's the direction I explored, where there was the spruce forest and so on and so forth. But what we're going to do is zip over this way quick, hopefully before the sun goes down.
You're going to have to eventually get a beacon and put it on that watchtower.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
That would be pretty cool looking.
Right straight out in front of us, you will start to catch an outline, an interesting outline. It is a sunken ship. It is a full sunken ship.
Oh, wow.
And there are also various ruins down here.
I was gonna say it looks like underwater ruins.
Yes, there are underwater ruins, and you got to be careful because a lot of those underwater ruins have the downward bubble streams around them.
Hmm.
But so this is the spot I wanted to show you right here. Check it out.
Oh, cool.
It is a mushroom forest biome. I don't know if it's an island or how far it goes. I've only come this far. There's lava straight back. Once you come over here and you reveal this, now you can look back and actually see the tower and all that stuff.
Oh, something.
He's gonna follow us. Yeah, he's going to follow us into the water, and once he's in the water for about 30 seconds, he'll become one of the drowned. He'll actually transform.
He's going to kill himself first, I think.
Yeah, I'm hoping. But so that might be an interesting place for you to build. But of course, you can explore and build it wherever you want to.
Yeah.
And right over here, where are you? Ship right here.
Oh, I see it.
Now, are you aware of the double tap swimming?
No.
So if you get in the water and you just use your space bar and move forward, you'll do the traditional Minecraft walking in the water thing. However, if you either hit your sprint key, whatever it may be, or you double tap W, you will actually swim with a full animation and everything. So if you are in F5, so you can see yourself from behind.
Yeah.
Let me see how to get here. And left shift will make you jump into the water.
Okay.
Well, make you jump on the boat. But once we hop into the water here, what you do is when you start to sink,
yeah,
just double tap W.
Oh, that is cool.
And now we can come down, we can get a look at the ship. Be aware that we do not hold our breath as long as we used to. So I've already got a head for the surface.
Me too.
When you are swimming with that double tap W, you cannot swim on the surface. You can only swim underwater. But it's a great way to get from the bottom to the surface in a big hurry.
It's a good thing there aren't sharks, I guess.
Yep. But if you come over to the ship, on this end of the ship, there was a chest down in there, and then there's a door over here on this side. And if you open the door, you can breathe. But my problem is I'm stuck.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I'm stuck.
Oh, no.
Ooh, that was close. I've got to get out of this F5 view because it's
messing with you.
confusing me. Yeah. Fill my buckets in case I want to catch any fish. But my health is like down to almost nothing.
I was gonna say, if you need carrots, I can get you.
But all right, I'm gonna head back over to the boat and enter it. There we go. But so that double tap of W, like I say, it makes you swim really fast, and it gives you a actual swimming animation, which is really cool. Now, the back of the boat, there's just an opening, and there's a chest in there. Towards the front of the boat, there's a double door. There's a door, and then a door on the other side of that block that actually has an air pocket in it. So you open that door and you step in there and you can breathe.
I see.
And
I was wondering what you were doing, because I thought, oh, he's gonna drown. That would be bad.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get in there, but because I was in the F5 view, what happened is that I had trouble getting in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not used to anything but first person in this either. But when somebody's guiding like a boat or something like that, it's much easier to see the things.
Yep. And there was a chest down in this little structure here, and there were 2 chests in the boat.
Nice.
But down to the right, you can kind of see the orange squares. Those are magma squares. They're the ones that have the bubbles that pull you straight down.
Great.
But one of the, I'm so happy with the the aquatic update. It is so cool. There's turtles, and of course, if you feed 2 turtles seagrass, they will mate.
Oh,
and
cool.
one of them will lay a clutch of eggs. And then as time goes by, those eggs will eventually develop cracks and then eventually hatch the little baby turtles. The little baby turtles, if you feed them seed grass to advance their growth cycle, when they grow to adults, they'll leave behind their little shell, what's called a scoot. And 5 scoots will allow you to make a helmet, and if you wear that turtle scoot helmet, it will give you an additional 10 seconds of underwater time.
Oh,
but I just wanted to come over here because
coral reefs.
it's just, yeah, it's nice and lit up. There's so much beautiful coral here. If you break coral with a regular pick, you'll get dead coral. It'll be a gray block that has the pattern of whatever kind of coral it is that you've picked up. If you have a silk touch, you can actually pick up the live coral, and as long as you place it in a water source block, it will stay alive and hold its color.
That's cool.
If, on the other hand, you place it outside of a source block, it'll turn gray and die.
Yeah, you need some in your little pond.
Well, yeah, as soon as I get a silk touch, I'm going to... That's why I'm living in the tower, because I intend on building a coral castle.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. But the drowned spawn anywhere the light level is 7 or below. Yeah. You can place up to 4 of the sea pickles on a square, and if you place down the seagrass and you bone meal it, it will become double tall seagrass, like the ones that are on top of that coral there next to the yellow coral.
Right, I see.
So you can harvest the coral fans and you can harvest the coral blocks, but you've got to have a silk touch to do it.
Right.
But as long as you place them in a water source block, you can have live coral. And I have not explored the abandoned mine shaft. I have not explored anywhere to the east, the west, the north, or the south, except going west to the right, basically around that extreme hills biome.
Oh, okay.
So if we put in the shore and we move fast so we don't get creeper blasted or zombie bit,
oh, that's a tall piece of kelp.
Yep, and you will occasionally come across pieces of kelp that are just floating on the surface where one way or another they got broke. The dolphins are very cool. If a dolphin comes around and you're in the water, he'll swim up and he'll start to hang around with you and chatter at you and stuff. If you feed him a raw cod, he will immediately take off towards the closest treasure.
Ah.
And if you follow him, he'll lead you to a sunken ruins or a sunken ship or something of the sort.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. Hello, Spider. How you doing?
Uh-oh.
What's that? You got an axe in your face? I hate when that happens.
Holy crap.
Yeah, they're everywhere. You just go ahead and get inside, man.
Hold on.
He got me.
Shit.
Well, you need just get inside. That's why that lower door is there, so that you can split in a hurry.
I got it. Hold on, I'm going to jump in and sleep so that you can get your stuff safely.
Yep, I'm in bed.